All right. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, traders. We got Kevin and MG in the building. MG, what you been working this morning? Right now, watch list is NA, not available. NAINM and IBO. IBO still from yesterday. And then otherwise, NKTR, that one you might have hit. MG, that one's still pulling on back a little bit, fading a lot. I am in a position right now on NA and IBO, both feelers, both feeler positions. Oh no, MG. You got two trade the pull accounts in max loss. Oh, what were you hitting NA on the way up? Were you hitting NA on the way up? God dang it. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was figuring that would be the case. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, MG. There's not much else going on outside of NA. That's kind of the aggravation here. He shorted it 18. Yeah, it's cracking this trend right now. I got a feeler on it. Let me see what she's going to do here in a... Yeah, I started at literally 10 shares. So, James, good morning. The degenerate green team. James is amped and ready to go. Had his coffee. Good and ready to go. Yeah, so right now for me, it's NA. I'm short with a small feeler, which... in IBO, I got a small feeler on that short side. 5 minutes till the market opens on up. Let me think here, guys. It's kind of aggravating because I could have already scalped this thing for just padding the wall at like 20, 20, 20 because it keeps coming down, popping up, coming down, popping up. I may end up doing that. Because it may get it may get some increased volatility like right at the open for a little pop. Most of all the attention is on the NA crypto space. Sorry to hear MG about your trade the pull accounts. It's anything that comes out with the crypto news, dude, just gets irrationally bought up. There's not even any short interest on this thing at all. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look to just get out of it right there and look to get back into it if we get a pop out of the gates. Because, okay, so here's what I'm looking at with NA. This is kind of the chart on Thinkorswim I got set up. Emmanuel in the building. Good morning, Emmanuel. You hitting the ground running, or is that next week? When I scroll back 20 years, I see it is tapping a lot of this 30 resistance way back when. Upper shadows and whatnot. So Clearly, you guys know I like to take the short end on these plays when they're up a couple 100% like this. Any pop out of the gate, I'm looking to hit it and start another feeler position and just start slow. Start slow. Be patient. We're up several 100%. Let all the FOMO traders come in and buy this thing on up, but start slow and build a position. Of course, about $100 max risk on it, so that's why I'm going to plan to start small. The FOMO is very potent. It's a very potent fear, and it can last a little while. The other play I was looking at is INM. It's kind of looking head and shoulderish to me this morning. Here's the neckline down at 4. It's got some Alzheimer's related news. The shoulders, it could pop up to 475 could be the other shoulder. So INM looks weak. So I am looking for a short here. If we get any kind of a pop, I wouldn't mind hitting it on the short side. I like when I look left of the chart on INM, I see a lot of full body red candles. What does a full body red candle mean? It means when it opens up, it gaps up and opens up, it gives pretty much the entire day back. So I see 3 of those on the past chart history when I look back there. Something I like with INM, so I'm going to be monitoring that one. And then I already have a feeler position on IBO. IBO is sitting heavy under the magic 120 area. This was the leading play yesterday. So any pop here, I'm looking to scale into this up towards even 140. I got a feeler on it right now, IBO. It looks heavy so far under 120. Looking for continuation on the fade for IBO. Otherwise, guys, I'm looking at all 3 of those pretty much. IBO, INM, and NA for any spike out of the gates. Taking a few trades. Emmanuel, nice. Okay. And just another Mike. Good morning. NKTR. Did you nail that one? Yeah, NKTR. I saw that one's been fading off the highs. Pretty good. James, market giving away money. Oh, you're up 186. Heck yeah. Had to recover yesterday's loss. What? No coffee. All right, listening to Bob's no coffee rule. What do you long? Some NA? All right, let's see what's gonna happen, guys. I'm not drinking the coffee. I'm being a degenerate. I'm drinking some Pepsi in the morning. I need some kind of caffeine. All right, let's get it. All right, NA getting that spike I was looking for. Did it halt? The level 2 just stopped on NA for me. On trade the pool at least. All right, I'm going to start a position again on NA 3079. 3079. I'm going to kick back with that. I'm going to kick back with that a little bit and size into it on a move up towards pre-market highs. All right, IBO sitting right at my average. I mean, I feel like I'm shorting this low. I'd like a pop there, and then INM. Let me take a look at INM. Oh, INM getting that spike. I'm going to hit INM at 440. INM at 440. Taking a short INM. INM getting that spike up towards... I was looking at 470s to even scale into this thing. NA, I'm probably gonna I need to be slower with that one. NA I need to be patient with, I think. I think we do get some profit taken. But the FOMO is out in the morning. You guys know how that goes. INM, I'm going to scale into that up towards like, I mean, I like the setup INM. I'm going to definitely be hitting that one more. $100 max risk per trade. Remember that. Yesterday I only took one max loss trade, so that ended up being pretty good. INM's getting funky down here, though. Oh, NA big pullback. NA big pullback. Do I hit it again down here? NA big pullback. I'm struggling to know what I want to do. Size into it or... I'll take it. I'll take it at 28. All right, so 2 feelers so far on the... Oh, INM, I need to focus on this. INM up towards the 470s. I'm going to smack that one again up here. All right, hitting it at 475. So now I have a 459 average, 200 shares. A little heavier here, so I got to pay attention. Came exactly to where I wanted it. INM, the level 2 for me is just all over the place. Need to chill out, just hang tight. All right, so we've tapped kind of the 470s that I liked. INM. IBO, guys, is money. That's at 95 cents. My feeler position is doing great over there. I may get out of INM. Just take an L there. Let me see what it's going to do. It's just a low float play that looks like it can pump up past $5. So I'm just monitoring it pretty carefully here. Monitoring it carefully. $100 max risk on it. So INM is low float play, pumping up towards $5. It feels like it may get that $5 breakthrough. That's what I don't really want to get caught in a halt if that thing's going to break up through 5 and Fades in the building. What's going on, Fades? Yeah, INM, let me see. 575 I have as really good resistance. 580s. Yeah, there it goes. It just shot up through 524. And then back down to the low 5s. Back under 5. She's getting crazy. INM is getting nuts. I haven't gotten out of it yet. Let me see what it's going to do here. If that's a fake out breakout and she's just going to elevate her down, this I'll sit tight here for a second. It just tapped 520 as well, by the way. 520. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit it again, 520 being the top for me. All right, smacked it again. 520 is the top for me. So finger on the trigger to get out of this up and above 520. Fingers on the trigger. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Fingers on the trigger. Of a 473 average. Yeah, we need the elevator down here. Halt down. Back in the 4s. Or, yeah, high 4s. Still buying up here. All right. 550. Let me look at that drop off of 550 though for NA. That looks like it's going to be hard to recover. That 550 drop. I got 575 as some top level resistance past chart history. It's pulling. I mean, it looks good. My average is just not great. Oh, Fades has got a horror story. What's going on, Fades? I may have a horror story here for you too in just a little bit. Let me see how INM is going to turn out. I like the top we put in at 550. God, I feel like I have to apply more risk to this trade after that top is my problem. You guys understanding what I'm saying here? I mean, the 550, I don't know. I got to give this a little bit more wiggle room. Fade, you hit max loss at 4 a.m. on a glitch with MAAS. Oh my god, dude. Hey, give me a second. I'll take a look at MAAS. Dang, Fades. What was the glitch? What's NA doing? NA is at 24. Oh my god. They filled you at 950. Never went higher than 850. Yeah, that's a horror story. That is an absolute horror story. Oh my god, dude. You were getting close to getting a payout, weren't you? Is that what's going on? All right, man, dude. FaZe, I hate to hear that, man. God dang it, dude. I mean, how does that even happen? How do you prevent that from happening? Your system glitched on it. Uh, this is so annoying. This is taking all my damn attention, and NA's in the 23s. What the hell? This is what I need not to do. So I had a short NA at 30 bucks. $22 that thing's sitting at right now. Still, I&M still getting balled up in the 480s. Here's what I'm thinking about doing. Smacking it against 520. I could take a decent L here. But what's my title say today? Big swing or a strikeout? I gotta live true to it. Big swing or a strikeout. So, man, my average is bad. I do this sometimes where I start them a little too early. Yeah, start them a little too early. .473 average, 520. I would really not like it to climb back up towards 520. So here's what I'm going to do. A pop up in the fives, I'll hit it again. And a 520 is an area I really don't want it back to. Alright, smacking it again. I gotta be tight though. If this thing heads up to 520, I'm out of it. Finger's gonna be on the trigger. Fingers on the trigger for that, because that would hurt. That would hurt if this thing gets back up to 520. That would hurt. I got 500 shares here. Kind of stalling right here. I don't like the stall. If it's going to stall, that's when it should just start seeing sellers stepping in. That's what I want to see when it stalls like that. All right, I took some off at 474 to reduce the risk. I'm scaling in, and I don't know how that's going to work with the 10-cent rule. So I'm going to have to see if these trades are even going to apply. Let me see if that even worked out. In the 470s, though. Low 470s. All right, good, good, good. God, when my average is bad, it just messes me up. It messes me up a lot. Because I know that on the daily chart, this thing still had room to even go up to 570 perhaps. But I like the 550 top we put in. It did look like it could be heavy against that. Okay. Let me catch up, man. Sorry, Fades. I was kind of lasered in right there. Oh my god, if it would have played out, you would have hit the 2,500 payout. Ah, frick. Yeah, I&M counted. It counted. NA counted. IBO counted. Well, maybe not. I gotta close the full position, it looks like, actually. My average is 484. This thing's popping up off of 460s. Back up to 5. God, I don't like this name. I don't like this name. Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed right now because NA is kind of what I wanted to hit and focus on, and then this freaking I&M took all the attention off for me. CURR is getting a spike up, a little bit of a spike there. Here's what I'm gonna do with I&M because I'm really getting annoyed with focusing too much on it. I'm gonna set an OCO with the remainder shares at 523. Otherwise, write it down to like 440. I don't know why they're doing this, dude. The stop and limit, it's not letting me put in decimals. It was for a little while. Value is not a multiple. Minimum change is a point. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, I'll just have to keep an eye out because I gotta flip through some other tickers. James, it might not have counted that then. You're just go into your trade the pull hub, and here I'll show you. Like these are my closed trades. If it's in red, like this one yesterday didn't count because of the 10-cent rule. You gotta take at least 10 cents. I only took 8. But that's because I scaled out. Dude, I scaled out for 20 cents a profit and it curled back up and it on a trail and took out the rest. It bases it on the full position. So when you close out the full position, how much profit did you take overall? So that for me was only the 8 cents. All right. NAs and the 21s. Oh my god, that's so brutal. That was the play to be involved with today. That was just the play right there. On the short side right there. Fades you right NA all the way down. All right, is there anything else going on? I was focused too hard on those plays. NKTR kept fading, dude. It looked good from 20, but I was not thinking that thing would just keep on keeping on. Yeah, fades. I have felt like going for it with this eval, just going for it. But I kind of want to trade how I'm going to trade when I'm funded, you know? I really want to trade how I'm going to trade, which is, you know, a couple $100 days. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm after, a couple $100 days. But I would like to swing like I did for that $1,000,000 account challenge. I really would. I'd get very impatient. EYN had a spike this morning. So far, that one little red to green move up towards 718 right now. All right, I'm taking all of INM in the 50s. All of INM in the 50s. Should be leaving leftovers. I'm tired of the name though, honestly. So let me see, closing that out, if the trade, I mean, the trade should have been fine. '40s, she's in the 40s now. 30s. Wow. Yeah, there's my dumb A taking it all. Yeah, INM up 872 on it. Clearly that should be hitting quota on the day, but I was eager to get out of that one. Yeah, so here it is in the hub. It would show red again if it was invalidated because of that 10-cent roll. But INM up 72 on that one. Up 26 on NA. I should be up $100 today then. Yeah, I'm up 113 on the day. Up 113 on the day. Then IBO, I'm actually have a position there still too. IBO for the fade, that's what I was going for there. INM. Patience, Kevin. SMR spiking up. SMR getting a nice climb. I'm just going to be flipping through a few tickers right now. I feel like I've been inappropriately, improportionately focused on the INM. That's not what I want to do with this challenge. I want to be in like 3, 4, 5 trades at one time. Focus on the sum. All right, EYN's up. There might be something there. ONMD, little penny play trying to curl back around to VWAP. Oh, fades. By the way, this is really cool. So I had asked them about that volatility rule because you know I mean, my charts look like. I mean, this is what my charts generally look like. Where is it? INM. You know, scaling into the euphoria, shorting euphoria, buying fear. I'm like, dude, that 8% rule. I mean, it hasn't invalidated my trades. I was asking them about it. They don't entirely want you to trick the system. So you know how you, I mean, I didn't mention any of this to him. But he told me, like, you know, if the risk management team looks at your trades like this and they see that you know what you're doing, then you know they'll just they'll be okay with you, you know, utilizing the strategy, perhaps, maybe, you know, shorting into this if the risk management team looks at the trades and say, you know what you're doing. But he did say what they don't want you to do is try to like mess with the system. um, taking probably the taking 99% off and leaving 1% is something they may not like to see. I didn't mention that, but just wanted to throw that out there for you. Like if you have a system with the volatility that works, maybe even similar to the halt thing. I don't know. And Fades, thank you for sharing your lessons learned, even when hitting a max loss, because there are plenty of people who hit max losses and hide in the shadows, but Fades is out here. Hang on one second, guys. Yeah, thank you, Fades, for sharing that with us. NKTR still fading. SMR still going up. OKLO up. NBIS up. Hood, Robin Hood's going up. ONMD, penny play. ONMD, that one testing pre-market highs right now. INM, I feel like an idiot. I really do. I was tunneling too much there, and it was aggravating me. That's what happened. I'm going to go ahead and take IBO off because I got the 10 cents on it, like right at the 10 cents. I just want to be out of that. So I don't have to worry about the 10-cent roll there. 114 down to 102.3. ONMD just hit 70 in big upper shadow. Oh, no, perfect fall. No. Perfect fall yesterday. You put in a great red to green move on the account, so focus on that today. Dude, NA, I felt pretty good with that one. My attention was completely veered off into a different direction. Perfect fall. I hit it for like baby gains. The idea for me was I was going to get in. I had two different positions on NA at let me take a look. Yeah, I had two positions, 10 shares each. I think each time made $20, so I made like $40 on this thing. But my idea was to scale into it. I was gonna give it room to shoot up, 5, 6, 7 points, because that's a high positive expectancy strategy. That's what I look for. This thing's already up 300%. A short up there, but give it a little bit of room to move up against you a little bit further. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. The CEROs dude, CERO pains me. I took a max loss on my account with CERO. Perfect fall. CERO, that one pains me. I remember my top tick over $20 on that thing. Aggravates me. So the scaling methodology works. It's just, again, I've gone over this. The strategy that I'm trading has a high win rate. You guys see it, but you do hit max loss. When you do hit max loss, it takes away a decent chunk of the winners, though. That just comes with a higher win rate. Perfect fall on the website. There's a little tab somewhere that says like, let me look for it. It says like the forbidden practices. Yeah. Just look in the hub. And there's a tab that says Forbidden Practices under Overview. Oh, 28, and it went up to 36. So you were in it when that was pre-market, huh? Oh, you had it up in here, and then it went up to 34. Yeah, that's painful. Don't order revenge trades out for the day. I definitely get that. Man, that's aggravating. Sorry to hear that. You had the right idea shorting into that euphoria. It just took a little bit more time for it to roll over. Man, what is going on? Like yesterday and today, we just kind of hanged out until something started making some noise. I mean, there'll be something that pops up, but ONMD's kind of sitting at some resistance, 65 cents. I mean, the 200 days at 75 cents. That's where it topped out at in pre-market. James, I'm so sorry, dude. That was a good trade, too. Yeah, I kind of like ONMD, but because of that 10-cent roll, might need to. I'd like a for this thing to pop up towards that 200-day 75, and then perhaps take a trade on it. INM is sitting heavy on its bottom trend. I got out of that so early. I don't even want to look at the price I got out of that. And should have left leftovers. You guys know the deal. All right, CELH. Oh, okay. RZLV. Just saw that one just pop up. RZLV 230 up to 270. See, it's hard for me to ever get off a Thinkorswim because I pretty much have resistance support lines mapped out on every ticker. So I pull this up, I already see a resistance line I have mapped out. It looks pretty good. 275. 320 is good, but then we're going to have a 250 floor, which I don't like. Not a ton of room on RZLV. A spike up towards 3, I'd be more interested in. ONMD, dude, that thing just shot up to 70 and it keeps putting in big upper wicks. NA, I mean, I believe NA is going to have a tough time reclaiming a lot of these levels. It is curling around there. I mean, could look for a short. It's going to be a slower play, but could look for a short up towards 26.7. 27.50 is kind of the floor from pre-market. Should be a ceiling now. Yeah, I just envision it having some trouble. You guys know all the FOMO guys buying these crypto plays up. I mean, they hold and hope forever, so probably a lot of bag holders in these diamond hands, as they call them. Yeah, Fade. So what are you going to do? Reach out to him on MAAS and just screenshot the chart, screenshot the where they liquidated you at, and get that. I mean, I'm sure they'll take care of that. I'm sure they'll take care of that. Yeah, go to the hub, James, and it's not going to reflect on the P&L. So RZLV little heavy against 375, 275. Not juiced up enough for me to get interested right now. I mean, INM is still up quite a bit. I took an early short because I liked it against. It looked head and shoulderish. The neckline's kind of where it's at now. And it's still up quite a bit on the day. We could. Again, what I liked about left of the chart on this ticker, why I was a little heavier here than most, is because left of the chart told me all these full red body candles that this ticker likes to just give everything back on a pop. So there's still room for INM to sell off and make some more moolah. If I took another trade on it, especially off the highs like this, I'd probably just get in small and have a, like 100 shares, and if it reclaims like 480, get out of it, something like that. Otherwise, fade it. But that's what leftovers is intended to do. That's why, should have been still in leftovers. Man, these SMRs, they're giving a lot back after we saw those, alerted those. CREV, a little play getting a little tiny float, curling up a little bit. Nothing there for me yet, but it is tapping close to the 200-day. NKTR is kind of in a bearish flag pattern. Nectar. Oh my god, ONMD. ONMD just shot up, hit the 200-day. So maybe there's something ONMD. Let me show you guys the chart here. Tapping the 200-day beautifully. There is a ton of resistance up over $1 towards $1.20. I don't mind scaling it up towards those areas. What's the news here? Entered into an agreement to raise $3.7 million in a private placement. Yeah, ONMD's coming up there for me, James. I'm trying to think of. I mean, $1.20 is kind of where I would like to see it. So I gotta scale up towards that. Yeah, I have to be planning for that. Alright. 10-cent roll. Alright, I'll get the party started at 76 cents. 150 shares. I'll scale up towards up and over $1. It's tapping the 200 right now. It's kind of what I'm looking for, so I gotta involve myself in the risk here. What I don't want to do is give back $120 on the day, so I must slow scale it. There's 80s. Longs traders are seeing that really nothing else is going on. That's why they're jumping over here. There's really nothing else going on. Tapping the 200. See if we can get up towards $1 on it. $1. Really on something like this, the higher the better. You can't trade with certainty, but this chart, This charts. I mean, she's gonna have a tough road ahead of her, up towards $1 and higher. Yeah, $1.20. $1.20 is really good. But the reason you start them is because you don't always get them up there. You know, if I want to hit this 1,000 shares, I just break it apart because you don't necessarily know if you're going to get up there to $1.20. But at least if you start it, you're making something, you know. Pad the wallet, 20, 30 bucks. All right, let me check out RZLV too. I see RZLV spiking up. I was calling for $3 on this. RZLV spiking up. We might be getting an entry here. 320, 318 is the 200-day. That'd be a miracle. Yeah, up and over 3. I like RZLV. Tapping some more resistance here. 275. Okay. All right. RZLV's on close watch for me. ONMD just kicking back, seeing what that's going to do. And wow, NA. Dude, NA was looking for a little bit of an entry up here. Didn't we just call that perfectly, though? This thing popping up, it's going to be so hard to reclaim. And there you go, seeing it still sell off all the way back down to the 21s. They're raised at 3.7 million in a private placement at 42 cents a share, and she's sitting at 80 cents. That's funny. These things are so irrational. It's hilarious. Who's buying this thing up here when they just raised money at 42 cents? INM, yikes. INM, yikes. All right. Be content, Kevin. Be content. Today has just been a little blah. RZLV still sitting at the highs. That's the next one I may take a trade on. Otherwise, flipping through a few right now. Yeah. Nothing. All right. So RZLV, I'll start that one up in over 3. We're at the highs right now. See 318, the 200-day. It's the 200-day moving average. Let me see. And then we got 320. 320-ish is what I like a lot there. And then ONMD still kicking back, seeing what that's gonna do. INM was so heavy on this bottom trend. Should have thrown the 100 shares here. Still would make 30, 40 bucks on it off of that. So heavy on this bottom trend. Yeah, James, I'm sorry about that, man. That's aggravating. So aggravating. I'm sure FaZe has a story for you, though, that would alleviate that pain a little bit. FaZe, didn't you have like a $500 winner that was off by like a penny or something? We had a week of non-stop moves on the RBNEs and CEROs, SRMs. Like there was a week of, dude, the low floats were crazy. APVO, and yesterday and today have been a little lackluster. It makes me think I may need to like start a position early because none of these plays are getting where I want them. I mean, ONMD wanted that up to $1. That's pulling back pretty good right now. Hmm. James, yeah, that's how it feels. Right when you open up an account, it's like everything just slows down. NA was great. That play, I'm a little salty that was my mistake. Tunneled in on INM. That NA was the payout today. That was a great play to short into. I mean, there was an opportunity. It was a nice bear flag. It cracked under it, then it was heavy against it. Like even right up in there. It was a good opportunity. I think pulling back 6-7 points off of that. Man, that was good. INM was good. INM, just everybody was over there. INM, just everybody was on INM. I'm so glad I didn't panic out of that thing though. Just give it a little bit of time, because when the price is, my finger was on the button. I almost stopped out of this thing at the top. But when the thing is bouncing around like it was, so many market orders going through. Yeah, APVO. Market definitely funny way of tilting us. So just don't go on tilt. Yep, Fade's got good advice. What are you trading, Fades? Trying to find anything. You still rocking NA? Oh my god, this market. I may hit this ONMD again. I'm gonna smack it again one more time. I'm gonna smack it right here. It's just slow. Is this gonna be the play that gets it? Start spiking. Oh, yeah. There we go. I'm only in 250 on it. Still trying to give it room up there towards a buck. No, Fades. You don't have to keep refreshing. No. It just, it keeps refreshing. It's a very good scan. Yeah, normally I don't even look at the clock until like 12 o'clock. 10:28. All right, ONMD. Let's see what she's going to do. Higher the better there. RZLV at highs 285, 286. See, it's still watching for a move up to up and over 3. we're looking for speed, so faster the better there. IBO fading. That was yesterday's play. Buck 20, Magic 20 scenario was a great. Guys, when you're looking at this, when you're finding tickers in the morning, and you're, let's say you're starting to dabble into shorting, for instance, if you're new to shorting, always don't just look at the leading gappers. Look at the previous gappers. Look at the previous runners. A lot of people don't do that, newer guys, but I'm telling you, it's a profitable approach. Like this IBO, look at yesterday's, look at Friday's gainers, and because a lot of those are just fading. They're like a lot of the longs are they're stopping out of them, unwinding because momentum's not coming into those names anymore, so they're just getting out of them. So you get this kind of move, IBO, where you just slowly fade, and that's an approach Fades and I take a lot. We look at those previous gainers and take the short and just ride them on down. They'll cancel it out. Okay. ONMD just hit 91. Getting bored. And what are you guys just market ordering in? Because every time I go to limit, I can't. The box turns red and it won't let me put in decimals for the limit. You see that? Value is not a multiple to the minimum change of 1 point. Even 105 is good on that. It's working on your end? Okay. Fade's looking for another elevator down on NA. She's slowing down. EYN bouncing off this trend line. I got 650 back up to the highs. In KTR, slowly stair stepping. I know some of you guys were focused on this for a short. It's back up towards VWAP and testing the open out. NKTR testing the open now. I mean, 20. It's not a bad play. It's not a bad hand. It's just blah. But I mean, there's something here. Testing the open, testing VWAP, and then we got this descending triangle it put in pre-market, the ceiling there. The 2070s. It just went green. It's got a lot of resistance at 22. It never quite got up there. Maybe in pre-market it did. A lot of resistance, 22. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind this one. I might take it. Right now, I'm just in the ONMD. Kind of boring me, though. I'd like that one to elevate her down towards the private placement they put in. NKTR curling around. Let me... I don't understand that. See if it gets back over 20. I'll start a position on it. Oh, hell with it. I'll start a position on it. 1968 NKTR. Man. I don't want to start taking boredom trades. I mean, this is a decent trade in KTR, but I'm gonna probably just gonna have to clock out here in a little bit. Let me flip through a few tickers and see what we got. In KTR, I'm taking a position on for the reasons I just went over. It's hitting a lot of resistance areas. And then ONMD, I'm still in, but this thing is so slow. It's tapping the 200-day. I might just kick back with it and put... Not really size into it much from here. NA, Fades called it. A little bit more of an elevator down. Good work there, Fades. Fades called a little bit of an elevator down. Haven't halted down yet. Fades another 300. Are you close to getting another eval funded? NKTR up and over 20. Well. Okay. Getting some speed behind it. Well, that went ugly pretty quick right here. Let me smack it up here once and then stop out of it if it keeps going. My average at 2064. 22 is pretty good. Man, 22.20 is really good resistance on it. I don't see it reclaiming a lot of the pre-market resistance. I just don't see it happening, but God, I don't want to give back the day. All right, fingers on the trigger. If we continue higher, I'm going to get out of it. I would love to get a good head start on this. Just get a good W on the day. Get this eval going, man. Get this eval going. Come on, baby. Flush down. Flush down to the 40s, 50s. We are slowing down, but not profit taking much. Oh, spoke too soon. Oh, dude, I just saw 20, 30s down there. Come on. Give me the 30s again. All right, I'll take it in the 20s down there. Good. Googly moogly. All right. Again, should have taken half off. But NKTR was a little more... Man, in the 19s now. Yeah, the price action's just whipping around too much on some of these names. NKTR 1970s, 80s. Oh my god, 1970s. Guys, excuse my language, but I'm just like I'm bitching out of these. I think what happens is I get to where I'm down 100 on it, and I'm like, well, great. I didn't really anticipate this thing being able to, the price action to be so wild like this, because it was just going pretty it was just climbing steadily up. You take the short and then boom, up 2 points. Now at 1940. Emmanuel, oh dang, dude, hit your daily loss. Are you on the 5K or 25K? ONMD, so annoying. Yeah, I just got so bored with that name. I mean, I'm still in it at 77 cents, but of course I need it probably like at 60 cents. You know, 65 or 6 cents to even be able to make money there. Emmanuel on the 50K. Oh shoot, dude. On the 50K. And then here comes I gotta figure out why these orders are not working for me. I want to set the OCO. I don't know what's going on here. I gotta figure it out. It was working. You guys saw that. Maybe this is it. Nope. Dude, NKTR fell into the 18s. I'm such an idiot. Fades has got it figured out. Alright, give me just a second, guys. That sell-off there, I don't think I want to get involved with NKTR again. Price action is just a little wonky, but that's a quick recovery, 1830s to 1970. That might be an entry. RZLV, that's pulling back. Never quite made it to $3. NA, oh my God, NA. Wow. Wow. Fades, you killed NA, didn't you? This should be on the funded account. You'd be sitting in some moolah. Perfect fall. You're not an idiot. I'm the idiot. NA's at 17. Ugh, dude, that is. I will say that is one of the most painful things. Getting top. I mean, yeah. I mean, probably that's the most painful thing that I go through personally is that exactly that in trading. If I'm short something and get top ticked, and then it just sells off from there all day, I mean, probably nothing tilts me more than that. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, ONMD, because it's just pissing me off. I'm going to smack the hell out of her. And the stop's going to be up and over the highs. Alright, I got 250. Let's do this. A problem is I can't put stops on because for some reason the limits are not working. I wonder if the stop will work. Well, good work, Fades. Okay, 85 right there. Yeah, probably reclaiming 85.6. I'm just going to adjust what I'm doing here rather than waiting for it up. Try to see if it gets up to $1. Because I'm not in enough here to excite me, and the play is kind of boring me anyways. So it's either going to work or it doesn't. It's kind of how I'm feeling about it. Perfect fall, lost 200 on NA max loss. If you held, would have made 1100 right now. Yeah, that'll put you in tilt mode. I mean, what would you have done? You probably wouldn't have held till now. Would you have at least tried scaling out. See, I always say that's what I got to do, and then I don't do it, Like the NKTR scale out. I just, when I'm down max loss for 10 minutes, I'm ready to get out of it with a profit. That's just the emotions behind it, the psychology, but your mind's got to be stronger than the emotions. So that's why, man, it's like, dude, stop pitching out of these things, trade to make some money. I mean, I'm doing well with this eval, but I gotta let some of these winners really run. Some bids showing up at 80 cents on ONMD. 82. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit it right here, and I'm gonna stop out of it. It's gonna be really tight. I got a 79-cent average, so even like 86 cents. If I start seeing 86.7, I'll probably be out of it. Now my average is 79 cents. Let me see if I can put a stop on it. I can't, dude. This is annoying. I don't know how I'm gonna walk away on the day. Can I put a trail on it? Okay, a trail will work, but I don't really want to trail this. Okay. Yeah, if ONMD works out, it'll be actually a pretty decent day. And if it doesn't, it'll be, still be $100 day. So we will see. 500 shares, average of 79 cents. Probably need this thing in the mid 60s. All right, let's see the 60s. Emmanuel, what did you trade? What were you trading today? Was it Tesla? I know you've been working Tesla. Oh, perfect fall. You went all in initially on NA. That was probably. I think that's a good lesson, though, on NA. I think that is a good lesson on NA. You gotta, especially with that ticker, I think you see it too. But, I think you understand that. Because I am definitely in agreement with you. Like, the longer you see these tickers and you see what they do. I mean, look what NA did. We've seen this time and time and time and time again with these tickers. So you get overconfident. That's why I said sometimes, like, the longer you trade, the more problematic some things can get, because you do tend to want to trade with certainty because you've seen, like, 99% of the time what's happened here. But the 1%, like GameStop, can happen. And so you always have to be on guard and kind of scared. You got to try to be scared in trades, even though you're trading confidently. Yeah, I think you're right, Perfect Fall. What you could have done is slowly scaled in, and that would have been a big winner for you. Just, break up your... if your max was $200, you were probably in it with, what, like 30, 40, 50 shares. So just break that apart into like 10 share lots. James, yeah, a few of us I think are in ONMD. It's a good setup. I think it's worth the risk. I mean, it's ticker popping up to the 200-day. Should see an upper shadow against this 200-day moving average. That's what happens most of the time. But again, I don't trade most of the time. I take the trade, but gotta stop out appropriately on these. I don't think I'm giving it up to $1.20 though, James. At this point, I'm probably like reclaiming highs, just gonna get out of it because I am sized in a little bit. 500 shares. If it moved against me 30 cents to 40 cents to $1.20, that'd be $100. I mean, I guess I could give it up there. I don't know. When they've been trading sideways for a while like this and then get a next leg up, it's not oftentimes great. Like, I don't like the sideways action and then next leg up. I would rather like straight up and then straight up, and then because that's just weaker. The trend is going to be way weaker the more straight up it goes. But we're pulling back a little bit here, ONMD. Just need some panic to ensue. Go back down to 42 cents where you just got placed privately. Just another mic. Yeah, I did just see that here recently. EYN popping up. Let's see where she's at. EYN 880s. A little tricky action. It was looking weak, bounced off that trend, and then started getting actually the most volume on the day right here. I do have 10 resistance on it, and then a gap to fill beyond that. Fades is going back over to MAAS. Yeah, EYN is definitely worth an eyeball. Okay, MAAS. Smacking it against the highs there. Hit previous close. Keep that previous close line. They actually have that on TTP, by the way. Previous close is a really good indicator to use, guys. It is very well respected. Very well respected. I'd throw that on all your charts. I have it on here. I threw it on here. Yeah. That's this line. Way on down there. You know. I need to change the color of that. Yeah, if EYN got some speed up towards 10, probably would take a position on it. Kind of what I would look for. RZLV never quite made it to 3. But yeah, we got a good group of people in here that like to short, huh? I mean, once I went short, dude, I couldn't go back. I'll take a long here and there, but it's rare. It's just here. I'll show you guys something. All right, so this is a general trading approach right here. Let the trade come to you. Don't try to predict momentum. Don't buy liquid stocks waiting for them to run. That's not trading, that's gambling. I think shorting, when I got introduced to it and got involved with shorting, I recognized shorting is not as gambly, really, as longs. I used to try to like predict momentum, try to buy liquid stocks and wait for, you have to kind of wait for the volume to come in. I'm not saying there's not approaches where, you have the momentum and you're buying the dip, trying to sell the rip, but shorting to me is more just reactionary. You're just reacting to what's happening. So you're just kind of kicking back and waiting for volume to lead you to resistance, and then you react to it. You strike, let the predictable trend form, take the piece, and move on. I mean, that's essentially all there is to it. ONMD looking weakish. EYN, Mike brought that up. That's not a bad one. 915 we've hit so far. See if that can get up to 10. James, you degenerates. Just another mic up 200 since yesterday. Very cool. Hang on, 200. Okay, that, and you got the 5,000 account. So what do you need that to? Have you already? Hang on. You need it to 5,300, right? 6%. So you're about to get that eval funded. Yeah, man, we got a good group in here. Really good group. Orders were getting canceled at CMAG. Trying to see if you broke any rules. You're a natural at it. Natural rule breaker. So 72 cents looks like where we're channeling ONMD. As long as EYN's good for you, you're going to be just fine. Well, I mean that. You're going to scale up to like $10 on it. Yeah, I mean, just make sure you're in for longer than 30 seconds is one of the ones that maybe got me one time, and then, take at least 10 cents of profit. Here's my question, though. So, like this ONMD, if it just goes sideways and never gives me 10 cents, and I just literally am up, I make $1 on it, I'm up $4. I take $4 on it because I didn't take 10 cents. Is that trade just doesn't count? I mean, let's say this thing just goes sideways all day. But if I lose $4, does it count? If I lose 4, it probably counts. If I make 4, make 9. I don't recall what happens. Maybe Faze knows. All losses count. No the profits don't. Okay. Got it. Keith in the building. What's going on, Keith? Yes, I think we got some mixed results from the green team today. It's just there's not much. There hadn't been too much going on today, Keith. I mean, there are maybe three, four trades if you called them. You know, NA was good. I guess you could say INM was all right. EYN's heading towards 10. I might have to take EYN. Yeah, I might have to trade EYN. This is how you should trade, though, right? You should just... That's why I like shorting. You're just waiting for the trades to come to you. They do, and then you take the short. Alright, 1020 would be the risk got ultimately there. 1020. When they get this close to $10, it becomes a gravitational area. It's just a lot easier for them to get up towards that 10. Alright. I think I'm going to do what you did, Mike, and EYN, I'm going to throw 50 at it right now. Alright, I'll start EYN 50. I'm eyeballing her up to 1020. Eyeballing her up to 1020. Yeah, they actually didn't make your account live, huh? Never touched 950. Not even one print. Not one print on MAAS. Let me take a look. Does anybody see a print MAAS at what time would this have been? I think it's in general, James, the 10 cents. I mean, the only time I see 950 printed was at like 5 o'clock yesterday, like right at around 5 p.m. $4 a.m. open. Nothing. 850. 850 is it. Man, I love trading over here, dude. I love trading over here. I just feel like I can be the trader I know I can be. I'm just so much more relaxed in these trades. Like pulling today, you know, up 172. It's just a lot easier. I need to let some of these winners run, though. Some of us need to do that. When you get a good winner, let her run. I did notice, by the way, that yes, 75 cents is the minimum on the commissions, fee-wise. EYNs, we'll see if 920 will be heavy now. Hit 948. Oh, just jumped up to 934. Never mind. Still getting accumulated on pullbacks. Getting a little spready, though. Mike, you hit this thing again, or are you waiting to hit it up towards 10? Yeah, Keith. You, you heading back over to C Pro? Heading back over to C Pro? Mr. Keith, wiring out money today? You're waiting towards 10. Well, I mean, if part of the plan is to... I mean, I know the account's kind of... Yeah, I know for your account, you really... See, that's the exact problem I had with the small account. That's the exact problem I had with the small account. It's annoying. The dichotomy there is so aggravating because how I trade is I want these tickers to go against me. I want the FOMO traders to go in because it creates more of that elevator down effect when it does profit take and sell off. I'm fine starting them early. But with a small account, it's like you can't do it. That's what was generally so difficult for me with the small account. It's like I mean, I want the way I trade, I need 25,000. And so far it's been pretty evident. Okay. EYN. I mean, I'm sticking to the plan, but she is probably gonna hit that 10 buck too and get over it. So we'll see where she goes from there. But I'll smack her up there towards 10.20. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll hit her up there at 10.20. But being patient, just chilling, being patient. ONMD finally pulling back in a little bit. I need this really in the mid 60s for this trade to count. So come on, ONMD, come to Papa. Snap 72. ONMD, this is the area I believe on the chart we need to snap. Yeah. Did it just pop off of it? God dang it. 72 cents is the area we need to crack and head on down south from there. Still bouncing right now. When we get into the 60s ONMD, it should really pull back off of that. Keith, I think your degenerate itch would be scratched at TTP, especially while you're still figuring things out. Because let's be honest, we all got that degenerate itch. But it can be scratched over here. Yeah, Fades was going to get a payout today, but they printed an order that was non-existent. That was a very illiquid ticker, and I would like to think that that was an honest mistake, but that could be my naivety. Okay. Here's my plan, EYN. I'm going to hit it up here over 10 for 100 more shares. 10.20 is the risk on it for me. Or maybe I'll do... I mean, it feels like it's going to get over 10. It's right here. I mean, maybe it'll tap 10. See if it gets over. All right, I'll hit it for another 50 and then hit it another 50 towards 10.20. Really don't want to risk a ton of my day here. But we'll keep it there at 10.20. Alright, smacking it again, but it is turning into a shit show. $100 risk for me. $100 risk for me. 979 average at this point. About to press the button. It did pretty much the same thing that what was that ticker NKTR did and freaking INM did earlier, where you see the movement of the candlesticks. It's just so damn quick. It may see continuation here. It looks like yeah, maybe getting out of it. Wanted more of an elevator down right there, and it's not happening. Let me see. Fingers on the trigger. If we're not going to see a bunch of selling pressure here, just take the L, move on. About a 980 average. Big upper shadow she's putting in, but still needs to be heavy against all that. EYN 1075 top she put in. Just tapping that resistance left. Curious what she's going to do right here. This is kind of the trend line she's on. Coming back down to 10. Back down to the bottom trend it is right now, 980s. It got the damn speed I was looking for. Kind of sized in a little too. I mean, my average is dog shit right now. See what it's going to do here. I may just cut out of it because it is on the bottom trend. If it stays heavy and looks like it's going to snap it, I'll get out. But that speed is exactly what we look for to really, honestly, if you're going to start full position, that's what you're looking for, that speed up towards 10. I mean, it's exactly what you look for. You feel like 10's the gravitational area. It's already hit left of the chart, which is this is exactly what I wanted and called for and sized into it. So there's nothing to really panic about here. I'd like it to stay heavy right now against 10, like 10, 20, 30. It's heavy on this. Oh, good to hear that you're all right on EYN. I mean, it's just, you know, we probably started a little early. I mean, the gut knew this thing was probably heading towards at least towards 10. When it gets that close, even 875, 899 bucks, they normally pull to 10 bucks. Just because all the orders are setting up and over 10, and then it spikes over 10, and I hate stopping out, Mike, like on those liquidity sweeps. If my finger was on the trigger, I was going to stop out. It's probably going to be $130, $40 loss. The finger was on the trigger. I just wanted to see what it was going to do, because it's doing what a lot of them do, and that is put in a big upper wick and start, you know, trap longs up there, take out a bunch of stop orders, and then start profit taking and selling off. So it's not doing anything different than a lot of these other tickers did today. What I'm going to do this time around is take half off versus the entire freaking portion of this trade. All right, I'll take 75 off in the 50s. I'm going to leave another 75 I'm going to kick back with right now. Yeah, that was the thing. You just started a little early, so it messed with you. I felt like I started a little early myself, too. Even 9:30. 9:30 felt a little early. Because I really knew this thing was going to 10 once it was at 9:30. Yeah, imagine had we had just hit it with the 100 shares up there in that this is the speed I was looking for. You know, the speed as in we're getting way off the trend. Because before it was just bouncing off this trend, kind of stair-stepping, curling up. And then it gets speed. It gets a lot of market orders. Everyone's jumping in this thing. Buy high, hope higher. Oh, we're going to the moon. And then capitulation occurs and sets in, and fear and panic, and no, why me? Deer in headlights, paralysis by analysis. Come back, come back. You know how it goes. Oh, it booted you out. Yeah. God, that happened to me when I first started with my account. I was so confident smacking some of these plays, dude. I got way too side. Like, scaling in is a huge part of trading. It really is. It's one of the biggest parts. Just taking it slow and easy, scaling small. You know, because that's the same thing with NA. You know, in perfect fall would have been like so many of us in here. We got the eye. We know what we're looking for. We gotta take it slow because we got a lot of juniors out there this summer that think they know what they're doing, buying these things on up. So we just got to kick back, take it slow. All right, I'm going to take another 30 off. I got 45 left. 45 left here. If this thing wants to really sell off into the eights, great. I'm up 200 bucks on the day. If I'm still in ONMD, by the way, but I need 10 cents on that. So this is shaping up to be, I mean, this is what I want most days to look like. And we're proving we can do it. Yeah, Mike, you had the right idea. It's going to be painful watching this because I've been there plenty of times. I mean, I just went over that's what tilts me the most. And that happened to me on Zero when I first launched the account. Top ticked and then watch it just say it sell off. I mean, give back everything. 20 some points. Yeah, fades. I'm reading some of these messages back. Yeah, could be their business model. I mean, there's definitely something going on there that they probably don't announce. If they are confident they got some good, profitable, consistent traders, they probably do fund them. Because some people like us, part of the green team, I mean, we have a very consistent approach, but we may have kids and we don't have $50,000 to put into an account, but we know what we're doing, so I can see where they do fund some of their best traders. Okay, here's what I'm going to do with EYN because my trails actually work. I got 45 leftover position. I'm going to set a... This thing does move quite a bit. I feel like I got to set a 50-cent trail on it, really, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm going to set a 50-cent trail. So the stop right now is at 952, and that's just going to keep going lower and lower. But if this thing landslides down back to $8 or $7, the trail's going to work great. So let's see how this works. You see the trail? It's coming down lower. 943 now. So the trail just moves down as we make lows. It just keeps getting replaced and replaced. Damn, dude. Yeah, 50-cent trail's probably appropriate there. We'll see how it works out. ONMD still holding the 72-cent line, dude. Man, the green team has been working this thing. I'm still monitoring it. 72-cent line there. I mean, ONMD is coming down. It's really got to crack this line. So let's see what she's going to do. It's coming down right there. It's like eerily, quietly coming down. Is it going to jump, bounce off of it? All right, getting my profit. Yeah, fades. You're gonna get that profit. I'm excited for you, man. So, are you gonna? So, what happens, fades? If you, let's say you get your payout, do you have to then buy another eval, or it resets to 25,000 and you just keep working your way on up? Or if you don't want the payout, let's say you just want to keep grinding more profits. I'm with you though, dude. I'm ready to get paid. Trading really well, ready to get paid. RZLV and a little bit of a head and shoulders, guys. RZLV, head and shoulders. Right shoulder to set. Not a lot of meat here. I mean, this is not a lot of meat. Not a lot of rim down. But I did notice 250 was support left of the chart on this one, so not a lot of meat there. Mike's calling WFF, couple halts. Nice. Look at this. Look at this chart, dude. It's not even a chart. This is a chat room pump. That's what this thing is. I mean, there's still money to be made here. It's just annoying what they do. This is just not even a... No pattern whatsoever. Well, all right, 1129. They're soaring after the crypto pivot and China expansion plans. It's a little gambly for my liking. I don't have a ton of past chart history to look at. I mean, it is Euphoria to short into, but I don't know. It's kind of a recentish IPO. Not a lot of chart to look at. Chart's ugly as well. I don't know. It's a maybe for me. If I took a trade here, like for instance, taking a trade here would be reducing the risk a lot. I'd be reducing the risk like, you know, it'd be like 15, 20 shares kind of thing. ONMD, come on, do it. I know what you're saying, Fades. It's tough. Yeah, that is tough. EYN trail is at 930, which is might pop up to, and actually it looks like it might do that. Take me out. 930's the adjusted trail. Let's see if it takes me out on that. MASS returned. Or okay, when does WFF open up? MASS resume too? Did that halt? Oh, halted down. Okay. WFF's got some volume in on it. 11:36. So we should open up at 41. I don't mind kicking back watching this one. I'm just in leftovers, EYN, and ONMD. That's ONMD sitting on the bottom trend. So need that one to crack 72. It's just close there. It's close. I really would love to have an order sitting ready for this liquidity sweep if it happens. I got 500 shares. I guess I could. No, that's kind of faulty right now. Okay, about a minute left for WFF. I think I'm done. For the day, I'm just going to kick back. Watch WFF. ONMD is really heavy on this bottom trend. Just don't bounce. Don't bounce. Crack under. NKTR, you think that's going back up? Yeah, it's holding VWAP pretty strong. It's holding VWAP pretty strong, so I'm not going to touch that one. And then EYN took me out on the trail. All right, WFF should open up. Let's see what that bad boy is going to do. All right, we're open. It opened at like 1350 after halting up at 1408. I guess they probably weren't expecting that. This thing's been halting all morning. There's a halt at 9:35, a halt down at 9:49. Maybe I should have given EYN a point on a trail. I'm still trying to figure out the trails, how I want to do them. That thing popped up. I set a 50-cent trail. It popped up 50 cents, took me out, headed back down. Wonder if I should set like a point trail on something like that. ONMD. Let's see. Come on. Let's ride on this bottom trend. Come on, ONMD. Let's crack-a-roo. Just show some like 65 orders. Man, if it cracks under 70, it's probably done for. Come on, ONMD. This play has been so boring. You had potential. So 65 cents was a breakout area, 65.6, which may turn into a little bit of support. We'll see. It feels heavy and backsidish to me, but to WFF halt up again. Yep, that chart is so nasty. So nasty. I'm probably not scaling out of ONMD, even though I might should. If I get my 10 cents, I'm probably taking it. Just taking it off. All right, ONMD cracking down here. I don't know what I needed. That's my problem because I've scaled into it. My first entry was 77 cents. Second entry, okay, so yeah, first entry 77. So I'm just going to try to play it on the safe side and take it off. I would get filled down there with you, Fades, if I could set the damn limit orders. Good trade. Oh my god, there we go. Okay, I think I figured it out. Let's see if I can get a 66-cent fill. Oh, shit. All right, I'm all out of it. Wow, what a day. All right, let me make sure that counted. Yeah, we're good there. It had my average. How it did it was my average entry based on those three scale ins. So it has my average entry at 79 cents. So I was good there. Took it all 66 cents. Profit of $63. James, you need 57 cents. It could happen. I mean, she's real heavy right now. I could see it happening. Alright, guys. What should we do here? What are we up? Let me take a look. Up about 292 on the day. Good work, ONMD, guys. Good work there. Fingers crossed for James down at 57 cents. All right, WFF. Shorting WFF, 10 shares. 1547. Going tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Let's see what happens. See if we can get up over 300 on the day. I'm not putting the $100 risk on this trade. I might hit it one more time. But it'll be like $50, $60 risk on this. I'm not putting a $100 risk on this trade. It's not worth it. Did we just halt down? I think we just halted down. All right, Mike, I owe you a beer. You called this one out. Where you live? Good. That'll get us up and over 300 on the day. Net for net. I&M just sold off all day so far. Guys, how are you doing? How's the green team doing overall? I know Fades, but Fades almost blew this damn thing up because I went fucking crazy when I opened it. So I'm up like I'm embarrassed to even look at this chart, dude. This is my chart though. This is my chart. Max loss, and then I was like, well, shit. Now I actually got to focus, and I'm up. I mean, I've recovered everything, but you guys see how long it takes to recover 2 max loss trades, or yeah, not my max loss now is $100. I lost 500 on CERO and something else. Going, I treated it pretty much like that $1,000,000 account challenge. I was like, I'm hammering stuff. I'm just hammering things. But right, I'm feeling good. I mean, this is my chart thereafter. I'm pretty much up off the lows and 65% win rate. Feeling really good. Now from here, I got to make pretty much just do this again over the course. I mean, I did this over a week. Made everything back. Good looking chart thereafter. So just do that again over the next week. I actually stayed disciplined. Yeah, I'm treating it how I should, I think, right now. I dialed in once I nearly blew this thing up. Like, all right, we got to dial in. But yeah, 300's good. I've had a few $200 days. Yesterday, I mean, it was like $50. I couldn't. There wasn't much. So, I think we can get there in another week. I'm I'm very impatient, so it's aggravating, especially when I have to dial in and not go for it like that $1,000,000 account challenge. The thing is, dude, like the top tick. I guess I'm glad ultimately Fades that I almost max lost to really start focusing. But dude, I was so close. Dude, with those 2 trades, I was so close. Top ticked them. Would have been there. Would have been funded. But when we get funded, I just want to take it serious. So that's why I'm just trying to trade like we're gonna trade when we're funded. That's my approach to it. I just want to trade the same. I don't want to. I want to be honest with myself. Because I really think I can do that, pull in the $200 to $300 pretty much most days. As long as we don't marry one ticker. And trade the edge when it presents itself. I think we're fine. Thank you, Mike. Sexy uptrend after the big loss. Nice uptrend. Yeah, we're going to keep it that way. And you did good too, Mike. I mean, EYN sucks, but, you took the L fine, so you're going to have L's. Okay, we just opened up out of the halt. See what she's going to do. James, 200 to 300 a day would change your life. Yeah. Yeah, it's very doable. It is very doable. Yeah, I pulled in 800 over the last week, MG, but that's just recovering. So I just need to put in another good week, week and a half, and I'll be there. Another good week and a half, we'll be there. I'm fairly determined. I'm going to take all of it here soon. I got in so small, but $25. Like I said, just small enough size just to pad the wallet here. I'll take it, $12.50. Hell yeah. Up $3.44 on the day. Minus fees, $320. Short Euphoria, buy fear. That's the name of the game, guys. Shorting Euphoria, buying fear. You can do it, James. Just do what the 90%ers are not doing. What are the 90%ers doing? They're buying high and holding higher. They're FOMOing into a WFF high and hoping higher. What does the 10% green team do? We take the opposite side of the move. We short high, buy low. We pretty much what they do, what they say to do to make money. Buy low, sell high. But the strategy I find that's very profitable, as long as you're disciplined with the losers. Lose well. If you lose well, you can have a very high... Like, I don't even know if I took... Did we take a loser today? Let me take a look. See if we took an L today. No, didn't take an L today. I mean, that's what I've said is this strategy is a high win rate. But when you get a loser, it's going to be probably, up there. It's going to be $100-ish with the sizing I have. The win rate's high, but when you do get a loser, they're generally going to be a little bigger, especially when you're shorting some of the euphoria. But guys, just another Mike. Your 1L killed all your. Well, that's what I was saying though. When you're shorting euphoria, you're gonna have a high win rate because again, you're doing what the 90% aren't doing. But the ones where they're getting rewarded for bad behavior, we go over it a lot. The results oriented versus process oriented trading. You got to be process oriented. Results oriented says it's a green trade, so it's a good trade. It's a red trade, so it's a bad trade. That's the wrong approach. Process says, did you stick to the game plan, stick to the approach, because you can have good red trades. You got to lose well, man. That's what separates the pros from the amateurs. You've got to lose well. And the amateurs see these things, and all they see is profits. They jump in and all they see is dollar signs. They're not focused on the risk at all. You got to jump in and know exactly like your sizing, where your risk is, know where you're getting out. I mean, there's a lot to it. You don't just get in, jumping in, looking at profits. James, I want ONMD to get to your price level. It might take that one a while. She's a slow one. James is a winner. His loser is his winner. It's painful. Hate it for you. But yeah, guys, today's pretty good. I'm gonna end the day right there, up 300. WFF halted down. We'll do it again tomorrow, guys. We will do it again tomorrow. Yeah, I'm glad I know that scaling in works like that now as far as ONMD went. It wasn't based on my initial entry. It was the average. So, yeah, 79 cents. So now I know that moving forward. But, yeah, guys, any questions? Anything on today? Good work, Green Team. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Anything you guys got? If you need an eval, they're in the description below. Sorry for that headache, Fades, today. Hopefully that just gets resolved here soon. Man, I&M. This is what I gotta work on, guys. This is not good. I&M, I took it all. You know, I gotta let some of these work. Took all that way too early. I love and NA. Clearly and NA. I took all that at 27 bucks. I was only in the starter. But man, $30 down to 16 even on 10 shares. Guess what, guys? 30 minus 16, 14 times 10 shares, 140 bucks. 140 bucks on 10 shares right there. I love being able to see those entries and exits because it's right in your face, your mistakes. Right up in your face. Yeah, good work today, guys. Yeah, Fades. I'd be the same way, dude. I'd be wanting to vent that out. Just... You'd be paid out today. Yeah, 5% off in the description. Well, you'll get it the next time. Yeah, I'll put it right here. There you guys go, 5% off. WFF in the 10, 20s, 30s now. All right, that'll wrap up the day, guys. Email me if you have any questions. AveryDayTrading@gmail.com. Happy to help. Love you guys. I want you guys to find success. You're going to find it in here. Yeah, this is every day's an AA meeting in here, James. Yep, we're all in here to help each other out. So if there's anything you got, let me know. Otherwise, we will see you guys first thing in the morning. Yeah, number 3. I know, Fades. You're getting close. Getting close. I'm excited for you. All right, we'll see you guys in the morning.